I was thinking 25%. Can't let anybody see me without my hat on. It'd be weird.
Yeah, those chairs would be so much better in the.
They will be. We could lean back on them too and just like sit your bat up and still
just be able to sit up.
take a little pressure off your legs, but
Yeah.
still be. I like it.
Maybe it'll make you perform better too.
I had an off week. Did I have an off week? I should really be suspended from the show for a week.
That's a good idea, Phil.
Yeah. Well, not this show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Guthrie News page. He's been suspended by Guthrie News page.
I have?
I told you that.
For how long?
Review committee meets tomorrow.
Well, could go on to next week too, though.
Is it a away game?
Yeah. Well, we don't got.
No, it's Taco Tico week. Boy, slow down. See, Duncan won a hard-fought battle against, was that a Class A opponent?
Was it Round Rock or Red Rock or
It was a rock, some kind of
Bridge
rock.
Rock, Bridge Creek,
Skipping Rock, it was something.
Bridge Creek.
Slippery Rock.
Slippery Rock. It was a rock.
Down 12-0 with like 4 minutes to go.
They were?
Sure were.
Yeah, they scored 13 unanswered
Are
points.
you serious?
Yeah. Great. Call me and give me the lowdown.
If they had lost that, this week would be so epic.
I don't want Duncan to lose.
I don't either.
Kiefer lets us know Bridge Creek is 4A.
It was a creek, not a rock.
Same difference. Just rocks
Yeah, whatever.
and creek.
A valley. Oh, no,
Tyler's got.
that's Paul.
T-Fred's got enough to clean up in his own world, his own backyard.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That was woo.
T-Fred, T-Fred's keeping track of our records. I'm
Like we don't.
Like we don't.
We literally show it after at every show.
Yeah.
I'm last right now, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
We're off to
a normal start.
Off and running.
I got the box again.
So you're 8-2. He was 9-1.
We're both 7-3.
Both 7-3,
What did I go?
6-4.
6-4.
Oh,
That Lot MacArthur pick really.
oh, well, and then I talked myself into the Midwest City thing.
And I wasn't worried about that because regardless, we were going to pick Midwest City anyway.
Picking whoever's playing them.
But then I had Newcastle at first, and then I talked myself out of it.
6-4. See that Owasso Bixby game back in my youth? That's the kind of game I would have normally went with Owasso. See, this is why I'm trying to I need to go back to old Phil.
That was 7 years ago, Phil.
I know.
T-Fred, longest high school game, 3 hours and 10 minutes from McGinnis and Deer Creek.
Bet it felt like 3 weeks.
They didn't have a running clock? Why did they do a running clock?
We were warned. Dallas warned us about Bartlesville.
Yeah,
He did.
I got warned about, and Grant warned me about Bartlesville too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad pick.
That was a bad pick on him. The Midwest City was my worst
I
pick,
had
though.
Newcastle, and then I switched.
I don't think my Mac pick was a horrible pick.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think it
That
was.
was pretty bad. They got beat by 60 last year.
I know that.
They
And it's
can't-
not the same two teams. I know that.
And they got beat by 40 this time.
Elgin
They
probably
didn't
got
get
better.
beat by 40.
It's pretty close. We'll score.
27 or 8-7.
28-7.
I mean, it wasn't like it's 3 touchdowns. I get it, but
They cut it in half. You're right. Next year might
that
be
wasn't a horrible pick.
Maybe it was 28-0. They scored late in the fourth quarter.
They probably did.
backups.
They probably did, but it's still that wasn't a horrible pick. It wasn't like picking Collinsville to win 5A.
That's a bad one. Yeah.
Loving it. Love it. I love it. I love it.
God, I feel like I need to apologize to Dallas.
I'm sure you'll have a chance here in a minute.
I really do.
By what?
Oh, not picking Owasso.
Oh,
You got a chance this week.
yeah. You can make a big statement this week.
Apologize up front.
From the Second Banana Media Studios in downtown Guthrie, welcome inside the High School Huddle, week 1 of the high school football season. Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you for the next hour 15. If it's really good, hour 30 as we wrap up the first week of the high school football season. And a super majority of the football teams will be in action this week. We actually have a bye week from the broadcasts, and so we're going to be maybe we can get some help on what game to watch this week. We're going on the road, I think, and check it out here. So be sure to subscribe, like here on our YouTube feed. Let us know where you're watching from. Also, your comments, questions, your players and teams that you were impressed with. We're going to talk about a lot of that here tonight on the broadcast. We always have our first segment, some stuff off the field, and there was a couple things up in the Tulsa area. Union Red Hawk senior wide receiver Jarek Watie, I think is how you say his name, W-A-T-I-E, was shot in the face and neck over the weekend. He was released from the hospital on Tuesday, so that is good news there. It could have been a whole lot scarier for them. But Watie had 2 touchdowns, and Union's come from behind victory in overtime. Bentonville, Arkansas, 42-35. Bentonville, Arkansas had been runner-up 2 years in a row in Class 7A.
Good team.
Real good team.
But the incident happened on a Sunday night. 17-year-old received a gunshot neck and facial gun wounds while attending a party at a rented Airbnb house. According to the Tulsa police report, investigation revealed the teenagers were partying at an Airbnb rented by an absent adult with evidence of alcohol, marijuana, and firearm possession.
That adult's in trouble.
Police believe the gunshots were fired accidentally. And from what I hear, they were kind of doing a little video playing around.
Oh, it was an accident?
Yes, it was an accident.
Okay.
And so the suspect takes off from the house, goes to a Broken Arrow residence, and then he turns himself in and say, "Hey, we were playing, accidentally shot." So but witnesses report a group of teenagers recklessly waving guns while making videos, leading to accidental discharge of firearm by irresponsible 17-year-old male striking the victim. So I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah.
Could have been scary. Just a bad situation. And it's always a reminder. And we don't know if the kid went to this and not knowing, we don't know. But it's just a reminder, you got to be careful where you're at, man, and just dangerous, scary stuff.
Yeah, he's a state champion 400-meter sprinter as well. I saw where he had track offers from Tulsa and some other schools, and just hope he gets healthy. And all the kids, not just the ones that were there that night, but people that have heard or read this story, use this as maybe a warning, right?
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is, I remember growing up, there was a kiddo that
was a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. Did something that was even crazy in the early 80s. Unfortunately lost his life. And everybody was all, oh, man. And, like, the next weekend, people were out doing the same stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're young, you just don't think sometimes.
No.
But, yeah, thank God he's still with us. And hopefully everybody's learned a lesson and he can get healthy, most importantly, and, God willing, get back on the field doing what he loves.
Yeah.
And move on. Sad deal, though.
Dallas checking in tonight up in the
Dallas.
Eric Little checking us out on the Facebook feed.
Wait.
On High School Huddle.
What's Eric doing here?
It's on the wrong show. I think he thinks it's the other show.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think Eric knows exactly what he's doing. Thank you for being here today.
I don't know.
Yeah, he called me.
It is the before we get to our next thing, we are title sponsor this year, Red River Roofing, siding, windows, and they do some preventive stuff as well.
Yeah, anything that touches the exterior of a home. One of their account managers, Chris McLemore, he's in the siding, windows, and doors division at Red River, local guy here. He was at the Chamber Coffee this morning and talked about get your ventilation tested in your attic. They do a lot of maintenance, a lot of preventive stuff, so that small things don't become bigger things. So
that's big, especially when you put that much money in a home.
Oh.
You've got to do that preventative stuff to make sure that you're not paying even thousands more than what you already owe.
Well, and it's something like ventilation. You don't really. I mean, if you don't know that, you don't really think about it.
No.
And if you've ever been in a home that's properly ventilated and has proper insulation, you can tell a big difference.
Yeah.
But it's we encourage everybody to get a hold of the fine folks at Red River Roofing. You can find them all over the websites. They're out in the internet world and local company, work all over the metro area, all across the state for that matter, but great people.
Yep, we appreciate them. Title sponsor this year all the way through week 15 of the high school football season. Other news off the field, Jinx receiver Caleb Barnett in the battle with the OSSAA over his eligibility to compete for the Jinx Trojans. We'll see if they move up to number 1.
Jinx?
Yeah.
Weren't they number 1?
We'll see.
They were number 1 last week.
No. No.
You had Bixby?
Well, yeah. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
It's a teaser, Phil. Golly, how long you been in this?
I've had a rough
We've been doing this. We've been doing this for years.
I've had a rough
it's
week.
A teaser.
I've had a rough week.
Barnett's family has filed a suit in Tulsa County District on Friday. I guess that had been last week. Barnett, number 1 receiver in the Tulsa area, according to most people there. August 28th, received a letter from the OSA that he had not been cleared to play, sidelined due to issues involving his move from Broken Arrow to Jinx. We've seen the Broken Arrow to Jinx move quite a bit from other players.
Why didn't he just file the paperwork?
Well, the transfer.
Yeah.
Then you file the paperwork, but you got to maybe Jinx doesn't have enough. Jinx doesn't have the space to
Well,
bring
kick it out.
Well, they could do that.
Yeah.
So he wins a couple track titles.
Yeah.
And a couple days later, moves to Jinx. Going through spring football.
But this is what makes this seem so dirty. We watched a kid playing a state championship football game at Millwood. 45 days later, he's playing on a basketball team for Douglas, and he wins the state title for Douglas in basketball.
Well, don't forget the Cashin baseball player.
Stillwater.
Goes to Stillwater to play football.
Back to Cashin.
A few days, months later, he's playing baseball at Cashin.
So that's why
Don't forget the Southeast junior quarterback who moved over to Westmore, played football his senior at Westmore, and then made it to the Dale City basketball team.
I just don't. And listen, we got a lot of friends at the OSSA. They got a very tough job. I'm talking more the situation than I'm not pointing fingers at them. I'm just simply saying that it gets really hard, I would think. Now, we don't know the whole story behind this over in Jinx, but on the surface, you're like, well, wait a second. This happens all the time.
Yeah, Jinx. The broken arrow to Jinx is very common.
There's express.
So there has to be something.
Got to be something
where OSSA would deny that. I mean, they wouldn't do it just to do it.
So he's got one more appeal coming up later this month, and I think that's why he filed the court looking for an injunction in case he gets that. But Jinx held him out just in case if he played and he gets denied, then they have to cancel
forfeit those games.
So it's another thing too. You better have all your ducks when you're moving your kids and all this from one school to the other. You better have all your stuff in line because it's easy, but it's not as easy apparently as we think it is.
Well, I still don't, but I don't understand the difference. I just don't get it. I don't get the kid that's now at whatever academy out in California.
Well, out of state probably a little easier.
No, but I'm saying now he's there, but he went from Millwood to Douglas, literally in a 30-day period. In the middle of a school year.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, how is this any different?
Well, mom lives in Broken Arrow, dad lives in Jinx. I reached out to my Tulsa guys and I didn't get a response back. So I tried to dig into it a little bit more, but I didn't have the information there. So T. Fred helping us out. Always appreciate T. Fred. Says OSA told Jinx they believe that they recruited the Broken Arrow kid.
Yep, there you go. Can't do that. That's what I said.
So Douglas didn't recruit the Millwood kid?
Well, I can't say if they did or didn't.
Right. No, I'm just saying. You'd have to have some rock solid proof.
No, yeah.
Right.
Craig Cunningham checking in. Appreciate Craig. Always here on the huddle with us. He also played for 5 AU teams that I know of that year.
Oh, good Lord.
So, this is, we're seeing this all over.
It's so stupid. It's just stupid.
It's the parents.
This is where I'm becoming the old guy because this is just.
Welcome to the club.
It just drives me crazy, man.
It's just stupid.
for athletic reasons. I mean, if you get mom and dad get a job and all that, but it's not even.
I just don't. I don't.
Yeah, Tony, and again, that's where I'm completely confused on the situation. He did live in the
Douglas district.
His status was with Millwood. So how do you? I mean, because our niece, she started her career here in Guthrie, lived in Guthrie, and then she had to sit out a whole year at McGinnis because her eligibility prior to 9th grade was at Guthrie, and she had to sit out. So how come this isn't the same thing? If he lived in the district, but he just can't come back. You have to. I don't know. I guess got a waiver.
It's just stupid. It's dumb.
Yeah, we're talking about Jaden Nichols.
Yeah. But that kid. I'll make a prediction right now. I'm so good at predicting things. Went 6-4 last week.
6-4 last week.
I bet he plays for at least 4 colleges before it ends.
Well, yeah, and that.
I mean, it's just dumb.
Only way that might not come true is because he wants to play both sports. If he didn't want to play both sports, then I could see him definitely do that. But there's a sure possibility that could definitely happen, though.
Well, you look at Knox Dyson. You went Owasso, Sperry, Beggs, Owasso, or Beggs.
Whatever it was.
And now he's a walk-on, I think, at Florida. He will not end up in Florida. He will go somewhere else. Who is the good? History tells us he's not going to end up in Florida.
Who was the good quarterback that didn't hop all over, that played at Lincoln Christian, that went to Florida? Played for him some last year. He transferred.
Yeah.
What was his kid's name? We saw him in the state championship game a few years ago.
He was committed to Colorado State.
Okay, that's what it was.
Decommitted.
Okay.
Went to Florida.
Yeah.
Played at Florida a little bit.
Yeah.
Transferred back out.
Good.
Where's he at now?
Not sure.
What was his name?
Yeah.
That's terrible. That kid could ball.
Help us out, somebody.
Who was a good quarterback, played for Florida last year. Lincoln Christian kid.
Max Brown.
Max Brown.
Yeah. All right, so now let's see
Where's
where
Max at this week.
I like Max Brown.
I do too. I like Max a lot. I'm not saying leaving Florida is a bad decision because Florida's a train wreck. Not as bad as Florida State.
Well, Florida's schedule's terrible too, but their schedule's tough.
He's at Charlotte.
Who?
Charlotte.
Good. He'll do well there.
Yeah, totally agree.
He'll do really. Hey, did you guys see what Gunnar Gundy did at Emporia State?
Yeah.
Put up some big. I'm happy for that kid.
So okay, that's a great question. So, would you rather be Gunnar Gundy at OSU, not going to play this year, and live the life, or go to Emporia State Division II and pull up these numbers against?
I had this argument before.
Live the life, baby.
No, Emporia State.
Live the life.
Emporia State and play.
Bus rides, ugh.
Bench warming,
Living
Never
the life.
playing the game you love,
Ugh.
I mean, that's such an easy answer for me.
You're not going anywhere after this level. Enjoy your college life.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere after this level. Play.
Nah.
I mean, it's
overrated. Work harder.
Again, you're living proof that you don't believe the crap you're saying.
I only transferred once. That's because I was a JUCO, and I had to leave.
They kicked him out.
What do you mean I gotta go? Ronnie, you're 29.
It's like, this is my 6th year.
You have 6 associate's degrees. You gotta leave.
Craig says, I'm generally for the transfer portal, but sometimes it just gets silly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It really gets silly when you're playing 2 sports for 2 different schools in the same year. That's crazy.
I just don't like it in high school, period.
Dallas, going back to the Barnett situation at Jinx. Mom lives in BA. He moved in with mom. The thing OSA's hung up is BA was out before Jinx. He transferred without taking state finals. They're trying to see if he's actually academically eligible. Okay.
That helps. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, that does make sense. Thank you, Dallas. Thank you, Dean. Tony Wilson, he's got a interesting football game this week.
Did he know we're picking Stroud today? So is that why he's tuning in?
Stroud Chandler, Tigers. My favorite story, Tony. He has the snow cone business going on.
Pizza too, right?
Pizza. Oh yeah. I know it's.
We've had his pizza.
Oh, it's really
good. Yeah.
I go. We were somewhere, Shawnee or Hall of Fame Sam. I can't remember. I go. He goes, "What snow cone you want?" I go, "I'll take a Tiger's blood." I don't do Tiger's blood. He goes, "You want a lion's blood?" I was like, "Lion's blood." Boudreaux, any kid playing football outside of Power D1 conference is doing nothing but auditioning for a D1 position. Yeah, except for Gunner went backwards. You wouldn't go from the Power 4.
I guess what I'm talking about is we all see those kids. Gunner's a great example that we know for a fact is not D1 talent. Right? Well, we know that now. Well, we know. Okay, not Power 4 D1. I think he could have went to like an Akron.
Well, he committed to Ohio.
And something happened there.
For like 3 hours.
Right. But man, you go to those kind of kids, go to a great D2 or an FSB school, have a great career, enjoy yourself, have a lot of fun, play. I mean,
well, and for Gunner's spot, even more for Gunner because of his dad and his connection. He can go play in Emporia and do all that stuff, but then if he really wanted to be a coach,
he's going to be a coach.
He can live that life.
He's going to be a D1 coach. I mean, he is going to be a D1 coach.
And that's why you stay at Oklahoma State. You get the best coaches right there, be a GA right afterwards.
Well, I'm just glad you finally admitted Oklahoma State's got the best coaches.
Well, I mean, they got good coaches there.
No, you said best.
In the Big 12, absolutely.
You said best.
The only thing good about Emporia is they're the only town in Kansas that got a Brahms.
That is true.
Brahms is only in one location?
Only in Emporia.
No, that's not true. They're in El Dorado also.
Are you sure?
1,000,000%. I was there a week ago.
El Dorado?
They didn't have it when I was there then.
No, it is fairly new.
It's got to be new.
Every 5 miles on I-35.
Well, in Kansas, we got a Dairy Queen on every block in Kansas. Dairy Queens are more sparsely. Just like in Kansas, we have the finest fast food restaurant in the world, Taco Tico, all over the place.
Garbage.
This is Taco Tico week.
Yeah, Brahms is at exit 157.
Or next week's Taco Tico week.
Covell, 2nd Street, 15th Street.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. They're everywhere.
They are everywhere.
Dairy Queen has the best ice cream.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So good.
I imagine there's a Brahms in Tuttle, Newkirk, and Blanchard, right?
There'd have to be.
Tuttle, Blanchard, and Newcastle.
There'd have to be.
By the way, we're going to be talking about all 3 of those schools here in a little bit. Yeah, we had a fun week there. So, anything I'm missing on the off the field? Phil suspended from the broadcast for a week.
I had a rough week.
Go back and watch that broadcast.
Why?
Because it was funny.
I bet they wouldn't find it.
Halftime.
I mean, you're just an idiot. I thought somebody else was the dumbest person in your extended family. Now they just moved up above you.
I'm not the one who said it. Idiot.
Don't worry. Oh, it's coming. Anytime somebody does this, I know from firsthand experience, it's coming back to you 10 times.
Coming up here in a little bit, we're going to have our top 10 games of the week. We're going to see how our picks went last week.
Oh, boy.
Well, somebody's already in 3rd place.
Oh, boy. Rough week.
We have a bunch of great games to pick again this week.
10-0.
You're going 10-0?
I got my 10-0 right here.
10-0. And then we got some great performances. We're going to talk about that. So be sure to get us into the comments of your favorite player, your favorite team's performance, or the biggest victory that you saw or read. Or watch, however you want to, in the comments. We're going to talk about it.
I think it'll be a Wasso Bixby, yeah.
You think so?
That?
Yeah, that'd probably be a big
game we're going to go to?
The big one. That last week, that was a big game. That was a big win. Wasso, probably a big win.
Well, yeah, it was a huge win.
We'll talk about that.
That's a real tough one. Way to step out there on a limb, Ronnie.
Well, he said it.
Jeez.
All right, we're going to do that after our opening timeout. This is the High School Huddle presented by our title sponsor, Red River Roofing.
At home, the office, or your commercial building, you want a professional roofing contractor you can trust. Red River Roofing Siding and Windows has been the Oklahoma leader in residential and commercial roof repair, maintenance, and replacement for over 2 decades. Partnering with the best manufacturers to offer the best roofing systems with the best warranty protection and the best financing plan in the industry. Avoid the high volume of underqualified, untrained contractors and call Red River Roofing Siding and Windows today.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world.
Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time?
100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I love to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden.
Golden Chick.
He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471. Welcome back. High School Huddle segment number 2. Ronnie, Phil, Chris with you here. Brought to you by Red River Roofing. Week 0 in the books of the high school football season. And our number 1 game of the week, I think everybody's number 1 game of the week last week, was the 3rd annual Battle of the Burbs. Owasso and Bixby. Owasso victorious.
Took it to them.
Dominating fashion.
Yeah. And Bixby's first time to lose that first game, I think, since 7 or 8 years now. Bixby Spartans.
0-1.
0-1.
Got a good ring to it.
How far will they fall in the High School Huddle rankings?
Teaser.
Is another thing. But congratulations.
How high would Owasso go?
Yeah, that's true, too. Head coach, first-year head coach Antonio Graham, already getting
natural.
Is like, what's the big deal about
this? This is easy.
But
if he wouldn't stay this year, he should retire. I would. I'd be done.
I would.
I'd be done.
40-21, the Rams. Ends Bixby's win streak at 16. Overall win streak, 16 games. How about sophomore quarterback Drew Frankenfield? He's a sophomore, folks. 12 of 18 passing, 228 yards. Dallas has him for 2 extra yards.
And two less incompletions.
Okay, well.
We'll go with Dallas.
We'll go with Dallas. Yeah, 12 of 16, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, a pick, 85 rushing yards as a sophomore. We'll see if it was one of those games or if he can do it back-to-back weeks. Owasso now moves their attention to the Jinx Trojans. But great victory there for Owasso. I mean, they were close a couple of years ago at halftime. And then Bixby blew them out. But it has to be an exciting time for Coach Graham and that Rams program.
Yeah, I mean, what a great win for Owasso and sets him up in great position. I mean, I think everybody knew they were one of the 3 or 4 best teams in 6A1.
Yeah.
But man, that was a statement win last week.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. I mean, who's going to have the best offensive line in 6A1? Is it going to be Jinx or is it going to be Owasso? And clearly Owasso did a great job, because if you see those numbers right there, I mean, they did a real good job against a real good Bixby team. So congratulations to Owasso.
No doubt about it.
Another impressive win up for our Tulsa team was Tulsa Union in overtime, taking down Bentonville, Arkansas. Bentonville has been in the last 2 state championship games. They've lost both of those, but Union wins in overtime, 42-35. Jordan Schilling's 4-yard touchdown run got them the victory. And Bentonville 7A powerhouse. Shaker Rising, 18 of 28 passing, 273 yards and 3 touchdowns, including 2 to Jerry Wadey, the young man we talked about who got shot. But 18 of 28, 273 yards against a team that played for a state championship in Arkansas.
That's big league ball right there.
Well, and Chris has Shaker being the best quarterback in the state. It's hard to argue when you hear those kind of numbers. Going to Boston College, you got a big win. This week. Well, we say big win. They beat Florida State's trash.
They'll get credit for a top 10 win though.
They will. Time, yes. Yeah. But yeah, no, Shaker had a big game. You know, you talk about the offensive lines. I know we're going to probably talk about Jinx and Santa Fe here in a little bit, real quick. But let me tell you that I don't disagree with the Owasso statement, Ronnie, but Jinx's offensive line pretty impressive.
We going to go to that game, Phil?
I want to go to Owasso Jinx.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the one I want to go.
I want to go to that one too. Chris, you in?
We got a bye week.
Do we have a driver?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Phil.
What? This is what happens when
it's your idea, Phil.
If you have one, you make one bad statement.
Oh, Chris got a new truck.
Oh, we need to take old Red down.
Yeah, we'll take Red. Oh, that's true too.
If you control, there might be a Dairy Queen on the way. If you're driving, I'm driving,
we're going to Tulsa.
Well, that's
Tulsa area.
Yeah,
I'm driving.
Chris buying.
Jinx Trojans, Edmond Santa Fe and Jinx have played 3 times in the last year, 12 months, whatever it is. Both of them pretty close. Not this last one.
No.
Yeah. No, it was a walk in the park for the Jinx Trojans as they take down Edmond Santa Fe 48-3. KD Jones, 207 total yards, 3 touchdowns, 168 on the ground, 3 catches. Owen Jones, the QB, 17 of 25 passing, 230 yards and 2 touchdowns. And, we talked about Jinx in the offseason with all the great transfers, move-ins, whatever you want to call them. Coach Riggs does a great job. And another factor with Jinx this year is their offense coordinator is Jay Wilkinson, the former head coach of Broken Arrow. So I just think they got a lot of great momentum right now in Jinx.
Now, I will say this. I think the Owasso win over Bixby was the better win because of the better opponent. But, man, I am thoroughly impressed with Jinx and Owasso after 0 week. I mean, they looked the part, both of them.
Yeah, the studs and Jinx obviously showed out again. Say the quarterback at Jinx, Owen. I mean, he's gonna be underrated this year, and I think he's gonna have a huge year, and he's already off to a good start. Tell it.
Does he have any offers?
Who?
Owens.
I'm not sure. Dallas says a 4-star knows that Owasso is pretty nasty as well. And can I confirm if that's Carter Langendorfer? Is that who you're talking about? Who had 66 tackles last year? See if that's who you're talking about. That's the only one that I know right off the bat.
I got us a driver, by the way. I just got a text
from.
Got us a driver.
Well, let me see. See what we're talking about here. Oh yeah, no, he's in.
I said, "Are you driving?" He goes, "Yes, I want to live."
He's out. No, he's always in.
Overton, who Dallas is talking about.
Okay.
Those were the big 6A1 score teams. I guess we can mention. Do we want to go Deer Creek McGinnis now, or we want to save that for 5A?
We can do it either place. I mean, as long as T-Fred's still on, we enjoy it.
We'll make T-Fred wait a little bit.
Okay.
But UConn got a victory over Putnam City, so I think wins going to be tough for UConn this year, but they already got one already. And also tough wins. It'll be tough for wins this year for Edmond North as well. And they got one early as they shut out PC West 52-0.
How about Memorial looking good?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about them in 5A?
We'll talk about them probably in 5A. Edmond Memorial, not Edmond Memorial, Enid.
Yeah, I
beats
saw
Ponca
that.
City.
Bad.
43 to 10.
Yeah. Thumped
Ponca
them.
City got a new coach this year. The defensive coordinator moved over. The previous coach is now at Salina.
Kansas.
I think it's Salina, Oklahoma, I think.
I thought he went to Salina, Kansas.
I think it's Oklahoma.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
So Ponca, new coach there, off to a tough start there for the Ponca City Wildcats. Moore beat Westmore 35-3. Westmore having to find a new quarterback, going through all that. They got a new head coach after dismissing coach last year, who's now at Lawton High School. So I think that's all of our 6A1 deal. Muskogee, not pretty at the beginning, but they got it going on a little bit later on. Ficklin 9 of 16, 190 yards, 3 touchdowns in the victory. And by the way, the move in from Bartlesville, PJ Wallace, 130 yards, 15 carries. That's a good get.
That's a really good get. Wow.
So Muskogee beats Booker T. Washington 56-21.
Booker T's spiral continues.
It was a good game in the beginning. They kept it close. Which is
it's just not the Booker T we're all used to.
No. Yeah. Robert Meacham, Felix Jones, they're no longer there. Quint Cheney.
What about Lawton Ike? 35-28 over Lawton High School. Yeah. Coach Javon Harris, the former Sooner and former Lawton MacArthur Highlander, I think he's got them going in the right direction. Yep. They got a lot of confidence.
There's 3 good coaches in Lawton programs right now. Three really good coaches doing it the right way, and that's good to see in Lawton.
So I think that's the only 6A2 of no. Well, no. Let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. Newcastle takes down Bartlesville 49-24.
Bad pick.
We all got that.
Yeah,
that was a bad pick.
That was our first one we picked. That was bad.
Yeah, bad pick.
Bartlesville.
I got inside information. I still don't listen to it.
They lost Wallace, and that was.
I played the bigger school role. That's what I did.
I did too.
Yeah, I did too. Well, just think.
6A versus 4A.
Basically, even last 6A2 versus 4A.
Yeah.
And now it's obviously 5A Newcastle, but man, that was not good for the Bruin Nation. So
Piedmont starts off their 6A2 journey 1-0.
Yeah,
13-0 over Midwest City.
Damn it.
Yeah. So that's the other one. Midwest City, how many offensive snaps for Midwest City?
12.
In the entire game.
Oh, let's see. I'm going to go with 25.
54.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, for the Piedmont.
Yeah, Piedmont got out to a lead and held on to the football, and I think 2 field goals and a touchdown, 13-0.
Piedmont wins that horrible.
One. Yeah, Flexbone.
It's atrocious.
Especially if you get the lead.
Got the dub. 1-0, Phil.
Enjoy it.
Dallas says should have listened to him. He had.
You're right. We said that before we came on the air.
Yep, we did.
I said I owe Dallas an apology for a few things.
Just make sure whenever we're announcing our games, Dallas, you say it before I pick. I'll copy.
Yeah, Dallas gave us the inside. He knew. We didn't.
5A football, the game that we had, Guthrie Tuttle lived up to the hype. We had a number 2 of the game of the week over Elgin MacArthur. Looks like we made the right decision on that one there. But Tuttle, game-winning drive. Tuttle gets a late interception, returns it to Guthrie's territory. And a few plays later, with 16 seconds left on the clock, Cameron Cruz, the transfer from Southmore, tossed it up to Brady McAdoo, the 4-year star player for the Tigers. Wins it over Guthrie in the final 16 seconds of the ball game.
That kid he throws such a nice vertical ball, and and a bunch of receivers. But we talked about earlier in that game. Said when it comes down to you can still tell who the coaching staff trusts. It's McAdoo.
Yeah.
And when
offensively, defensively, and special teams.
Well, and he had that big interception.
Yeah.
Where I think Guthrie was dry. I think Guthrie punches that in there. It's a different ball game.
Guthrie throws 2 interceptions, and they get 14 points off those interceptions.
Yeah. Well, I think what we learned about that game is I think we found out that Guthrie's a lot better than we thought they'd be.
At this stage, I think we all thought
coming into the game. Coming into the game.
Yes.
And then Tuttle, we kind of find out about Tuttle is that they got all these brand new weapons. So it's kind of like watching a video game, right? You yell snap, and then they send verticals with those athletes, picking on the sophomores and the young corners on the Blue Jays, which they did a great job. But again, when you got Texas Tech running down the sideline, that's hard for any kind of sophomore. But again, it's just go deep and let's try to get kind of lucky. And
especially with the Guthrie defense, right? Held them to -1 yards rushing.
That's right.
Yep.
But they threw for almost 300.
Yep.
Now, in the Guthrie defense, it's no secret. Everybody that plays Guthrie or watches Guthrie knows cornerbacks are absolutely on an island in that defense.
He had a guy making his varsity debut.
A sophomore who did a heck of a job.
On C.J. Simon.
He did a heck of a job.
Who also played well.
Oh, yes. No question. But
no safety help.
No safety help whatsoever on an island. First game, first start at home against a D1 commit.
He's going to be good when he's a senior.
He's good now.
He's going to be good now.
He's good now. He's going to be really, really good when he's a senior. But
that was a great game.
But yeah, no, I left that, and we were all talking about this. I mean, I feel better about the kids now than I did coming into the game, and I felt pretty good about them going into the game. I just thought, you catch Tuttle that early, it was a big ask.
Yeah.
But Guthrie's going to be fine. They'll win a lot of ball games this year.
MacArthur and Elgin. Elgin wins that game 28-7. I've seen Elgin in person at a scrimmage. They look good that day as well. Look really good last week. And, MacArthur is very talented. They got 3-4 really high-level high school players who play college football. And we saw last year have a lot of success with the deep routes.
Yeah.
They hooked up on a lot of the down the field, 40, 50 yards down the field. So the one thing about MacArthur is, can they get something underneath and get that running game also going? We know they can go deep, and deep ball, only one good thing can happen.
That's right.
But Elgin, I think, has a outstanding offensive line. They have the young man who's going to go to Tennessee.
55.
But without him, they have a great offensive line coming in. Richardson Meyer, I have his information here in a little bit. But Elgin's a very solid team. And I was not surprised. We picked Phil picked MacArthur.
I picked MacArthur.
Ronnie and I picked Elgin, but not surprised. Elgin's going to win a lot of football games this year, whether they're in 4A or 5A.
Yeah, I talked to a couple kids that actually played against Elgin in that scrimmage, and when they talk about 55, the Tennessee commit, they said, Lom said, I've never been manhandled like that before. I mean, he's a big dude.
He's a man-child. He's athletic.
He's big time. He's athletic. So, yeah, I mean, they were good without him, but when they got him, they got really, really good. And so Elgin is going to be a team to watch out for in 4A for sure.
Going to be a handful.
Yeah, Richardson Meyer, who's a really good baseball player, especially on the mound, ran for over 100 yards. He also threw a touchdown and had a 50-yard touchdown waved off because of a penalty. But, yeah, Elgin's going to be tough this year, and nothing wrong with MacArthur. That's a great MacArthur and Guthrie playing high-quality 4A teams to begin the year.
I think with MacArthur, I haven't really got to see all the film on it, but it seems like they got to get that running game going. And again, you kind of saw it last week. If you watched a little bit of OU, they couldn't run the ball very well, so they had to do a lot of little quick outs. That is your running game with those little screens. Yep. Those have to be your running game. So they might have to incorporate something like that to keep that. That way they can open the deep ball, which they're really, really good at.
Yeah, and as Craig mentioned, Matt graduated some good running talent last year. Sure did. And so they got to replace that. The deep ball is great to extend that defense out, but you got to be able to run the football, especially in the playoffs. Later on down the year.
And that's just a tough matchup, too, for Mac because Elgin's really good.
Yes, no doubt. The other game in 5A that it was tough for 5A schools. McGinnis, Guthrie, MacArthur, Midwest City. It was a tough week for the 5A schools, but Deer Creek takes it to McGinnis, 53-17. We all had Deer Creek winning that game, but I wouldn't imagine a 36-point victory.
I think we all knew they were going to win. Not easy. I mean, we thought 2 or 3 scores maybe, right? But yeah, it was
heavy hearts. You just don't know.
You don't know what's
with everything going in with the death in the offseason of one of their best players. Yeah. Again, I'm not saying that. I mean, we just never know when you're going into that kind of game.
A lot going on. Yeah,
that's tough.
Going on. It is.
Hey, congratulations to Ardmore. They only won one game. Or they win any games last year? They either won 0-1 games last year. First game out, beat Altus 27-26. So congratulations to Ardmore. Who was it? We got to get to that game here. Let me get one more note here. Bridge Creek jumped out to Duncan 12-0, but Duncan scores 13 unanswered points to win that one late, 13-12. And then Edmond Memorial. I mentioned all the schools in 5A getting beat. Throw in Del City as well.
Shut out.
35-0.
Yep.
Macomb, that kid can play.
Yep.
Macomb headed to Kansas, but what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, it's interesting with Del City. We mentioned all the players graduating. You can't not stay at that level. You have to come down a little bit if you're Del City, but I believe I've heard Coach Jones is calling the offensive plays now for Del City. So not only are you replacing some players, but you have some offensive changes in the coaching staff as well.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm kind of curious about, because I got word, and I don't know if it's true or not. I was just told this by other coaches, is that Wednesday, the Wednesday leading up to the game on Thursday or Friday night, whatever it was, they had coaches were dismissed. So, I mean,
they had coaches terminated?
Yeah, off the team. So again, that's what I heard from a couple coaches. So I'm not sure. I haven't heard that in any kind of news organization. But again, obviously that could be a big role when you make coaching changes right there in the middle of the week, if that is true.
Yeah, it's so we'll see. And I say, if Guthrie or Lawton MacArthur or McGinnis or Midwest City play at Memorial, they very likely be shut out. 35-0.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
So I like these type of games.
Yeah, that's good games.
Better for everybody.
Yeah.
Old Man says, I'm trying to disagree with you, Phil, but I can't find much. Old Man, did you go 6-4 last week?
We didn't say Phil.
He said, I added that word.
What? I've had a hard enough week. I got a fine. I'm suspended. Some would say disgraced.
We've already gone on T-Fred's team. I think that's all.
Ada in a close one against Durant, 20-13.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
2013.
2013.
Okay.
Real close game. Way closer than I would ever imagine.
Leslie's. Hi. She says hello. Just got here. You're doing a great job, Chris. I keep adding. I keep misreading these things.
I know.
Did you hear about the wild inning at Oklahoma Christian game? Yes. We can jump right in.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
So they're playing Christian Heritage. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Okay.
Pretty crazy.
So Tanner Roofs, the head coach at OCS, his first game is for the Saints.
Guthrie boy.
Yep. So Christian Heritage, I think OCS maybe scores. Anyway, Christian Heritage is at their own 37, and time's winding down.
Score?
It's tied.
Okay.
It's tied. And so Christian Heritage, let's just take a knee, get to the locker room, just go take a knee and get to overtime. Let's just regroup and go. They take a knee. 3, 2. Tanner calls timeout. 1 second left. That was fourth down, by the way. When they took a knee, it was fourth down. first down and 10 OCS.
Hold on.
One play left.
Stand by. They took a knee on fourth down.
Took a knee on fourth down.
With how many seconds left?
A few.
3.
Doesn't the clock automatically stop anyway on turnover on downs?
But Tanner's going to make sure that's not started. He called a timeout. Either way.
You just killed the suspense. Good job, Ronnie. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, that's fine. No. Whether it was timeout or not.
Get the rules right.
Yeah. It doesn't. That part doesn't matter. They took a knee on fourth down and turned the ball over at the 37.
OCS now has the ball.
With 1 second left.
So that was clearly a botched play, because you're not going to take a knee until the clock runs out. Yeah, that's bad.
Take the snap with 1 second.
And what happened?
Hang on.
1 second left. Downset hike. Receiver has 2 steps on the DB. Over the top. Ball game.
Good job, Tanner. Attaboy.
Just the way he drew it up?
Yeah.
I bet him and his old man had a good conversation about that.
Took a knee with time on the clock.
Oh, man.
At the 37.
On the 37.
At the 37.
That's crazy.
If anything, just run back to your goal line and just
run.
Just run.
Just run.
Yeah.
Just run backwards. Hold your blocks.
Just do a force and just run.
That's a good one, Leslie. So, do we know anything about this Ada Durant? I know Durant has a great lineman.
A D1 guy.
Yeah. But I don't know anything about Durant playing with Ada close. I know it's a 4A, 5A matchup, but I would have gave Ada a little bit more.
I would have too.
Maybe Ada's a little overrated this year.
Will they be in our top 5?
Oh, yeah.
Teaser, Phil.
Oh,
golly.
Phil. Ada. Oh.
Yeah. I said maybe.
I was just looking at your rankings.
Maybe mine was a teaser.
Oh. Any other matchups? We can talk about some of the great players over the weekend. Mentioned KD Jones. I can't say this young man's name from Broken Arrow, the quarterback. 21 of 30, 292 yards in the victory over Springdale, Arkansas, 42-21. Jeremiah Sedamabaya.
That sounds good.
It sounds really good.
Perfect.
Spate for Union, the junior running back, 17 carries, 144 yards. Grady Adamson.
What are these numbers? I want to hear that.
Let's see here.
A bunch.
Threw for about 200 yards and 4 touchdowns. Added 50 yards on a touchdown ground. Newcastle, we mentioned them. Caden Longman had a good performance. He finished with 78 yards, 3 catches, 3 touchdowns. Ritson Meyer had a good one. We talked about him earlier. We talked about Brady McAdoo a little bit earlier. Wyatt Geisler of Bethany. They knocked off Noble, another 4A over 5A. Wyatt Geisler for Bethany had 8 catches for 140 yards. He had a good scrimmage I saw earlier this year. Mason Torres for Lincoln Christian had a great game as well. Wide receiver for Cassia Hall, Alex Nathman had a great game. Caden Knighton, the transfer from Winningwood to now Pauls Valley. I think Pauls Valley is going to be somewhere maybe in the rankings. But he finished the night with over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Just a junior, I do believe. The wide receiver for Shakota, Elijah Thomas, he's committed to OU. He finished the night with over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jones quarterback. You know, Jones seems to be a quarterback factory.
They really do.
There. Asen Hansen is the current one right now. 172 yards, 4 touchdowns, 10 of 14 passing. Good job for him as they defeated Luther. Wyatt Fitzgerald, the senior quarterback for OCS, the one with the little game-winning toss. By the way, it was 19-13. They didn't need the extra point. But he finished with a little over 200 yards, so a good night for OCS. So those are some of the highlights for individuals across the state of Oklahoma. Chris McLemore, Ada quarterback, is playing for Guthrie. Yeah, he the kid grew up in Guthrie, played Little League football. I heard he was pretty darn good.
Really good, yeah.
Guthrie played 2 quarterbacks. Colton Carlock, who moved from Ada to Guthrie with family, and Dalen Rice, sophomore. So both quarterbacks did well at times. Carlock had a 64 and a 51-yard touchdown run.
Impressive.
Athletic.
Yeah.
Very athletic.
Very athletic.
Yeah.
Guthrie does have some linemen that returned this year, so offensively that does help. A couple wide receivers, that was a big question mark.
Boy, they answered some questions.
Some question as well.
Yeah.
So.
Jace Rainwater
Jace had a good game.
Great game, yo.
Eli Plagg had a very
Amari
good game.
Watson.
Watson had a very good play. I mean, and Eli caught some balls.
Yeah, I'm talking about on defense. He had a really good game.
Outstanding.
Yeah, 3 sacks.
Leslie says, we are super impressed with Guthrie. Weren't expecting them to be that good after all the players left. Excited to see them play again. Yeah, Guthrie lost 12 of the 13 defensive players. Had 1 starter return in Herzl. That's a good nucleus to
Lost
start
a total of 15 starters between both sides of the ball from last year's team.
What about give a big old shout out to Guyman?
Yes.
How about that? 10-8 over Woodward.
A lot of times it's the last game of the year battling to see if they can get it done.
Yeah, good for them.
That's good for those kids.
So maybe Guyman's getting closer to getting back to district play?
No. I mean, I don't want them to start thinking they're good enough to do that. They stay independent and have,
It works well for everybody else.
Absolutely, yeah.
Works well for everybody
No
else.
need to get in district play.
Yeah, no
Well,
reason.
depends they need to go to 5A1.
Well, I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
5A2 is already full.
Yeah, yeah, completely full.
Packed.
Yeah.
Absolutely packed.
All right, those were some of the big games in week 0. Coming up here, we have our top 5 in each class in 11-man football, and also our game picks. How we did last week, how we do this week. I got to tell you, games are tougher this week.
Oh, well, that ain't good.
3-7, Phil.
Oh, no, I'm not Piedmont.
Oh.
With that, we'll take a timeout. This is the High School Huddle presented by our title sponsor, Red River Roofing.
Mom, Red River's gonna fix our roof.
Buddy, it's gonna be easy getting a quote after that storm. Have you seen those roofers? I could get you a new roof. Wait.
That will be out of business next week.
Roofing!
Let's quit messing with these clowns and call Red River Roofing.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma Streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world.
Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time?
100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
It is the High School Huddle, Phil. We're back on the air. We're going to be professional here.
Had a rough week.
It continues.
Gosh, Ronnie, Phil, Chris, and you. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us for a little bit here. Don't forget, coming up here after we get off with this show, we're going to take a quick makeup break. Hair, makeup.
Yeah.
And we will have the Open Mic podcast. So you come back and join us. You can do that. Be sure to subscribe to Second Banana Media.
It's going to be a banger. We talked about some good stuff last week. It's going to be really good this week.
Is it? You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Which one is?
We got reviews.
Open mic. We got reviews. Oh yeah. Open mic. So.
Oh boy.
Old man, great job on the live games. Professional job for sure. Oh, thank you.
Good job, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
I mean, old man.
T-Row. Oh boy, he's trying to buy votes. Thank you, T-Row, for the super chat. We certainly appreciate that. 100% of that will go.
See how'd I do there? Oh. Okay.
Oh. That's next segment, though. That's next segment.
Feeling good about that.
Go Lions beat Stroud. The shirts are out in Chandler. Chandler's had the upper hand last few games. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But
old man with the $20 donation, too, as well. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks, Scott.
That money will all go straight to Chris.
Huh?
Scott.
Well, no, it doesn't all go to Chris.
Oh.
Some goes to YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, it is time for the weekly top 5 across the state of Oklahoma in 11-man football. And let's work our way down.
The same way we always do it.
Class A?
Yes.
Okay. So that means we start with A2 or A1?
We always start with 6A.
we always start with 6A.
6A.
But don't we want to work our way up?
We could do 2A.
Do whatever you want.
We could do 2A. I'm fine with that.
A.
A.
Oh, A?
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Tony says he wants his super chat used for Dairy Queen.
Done and done.
Oh, I'm in on that, yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
We're going to need another 20 from some people.
Yeah.
Do they
Oh, the dipped
yeah.
vanilla chocolate.
Strawberry cheesecake. Woo!
Slap your mama good. That's so good.
we need their sponsorship, but
The better thing
and
is,
they always
They have to do it.
do they have a Dairy Queen in Duncan?
No.
That would be so good.
They don't?
Everything closes after 8 o'clock in Duncan.
Oh, we're stopping going into town.
Oh, going into that's next week though.
Yes.
They'll have food for us there. I wouldn't
So
imagine.
I don't care.
Oh,
So Jinx, Owasso, where's that? Is that Owasso?
At Jinx.
Is that Jinx?
It's at Jinx.
that's what it says.
Okay, I was at Jinx this summer.
You were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Applying for a job?
Well, man's got to eat.
But
Recruiting
I'm more of a Blizzard.
director?
Blizzard.
More of a Blizzard.
Oh, no doubt. You got to have a Blizzard.
They have great Sundays at Dairy Queen, too. It's just the ice cream's so good.
It's a Blizzard, and then you take home a 12-pack of Dilly Bars.
Oh, Dilly Bars.
We've lost control.
We're going to need more money.
Joe, Tony.
Class A2. Still weird to hear A2?
Yeah, it's very weird.
Too much.
A2. Number 1. Oh, boy. The logo's
the
still messed up
logos.
for Boone.
One job.
How many won? Apache. Oh, it says after week 2. That's after week 1.
Man.
What are you doing?
There you see. How many Boone, Wood, Central,
That's exactly what I had.
Thomas.
You had Thomas at 5, huh?
Now I
I know.
Now I got to go in here and fix all this because now it's all.
It's fill time. Go ahead and fill.
Well, no, it
fill
says all the other ones are
I've had a
correct.
bad week.
Oh,
Well, some of these say after week 9 or week 1, week 2. This one's right though. A1, not much change in there, right?
that's exactly what I got.
I got Crescent 1 higher.
Fairview, Hooker, Minko,
I got Crescent there.
Crescent, and Rejoice Christian.
Crescent Tigers. Go make a run this year.
Cassia won last week.
Cassia did?
Yep.
Good for them.
29-26.
Good for them. W's are going to come hard for Cashin this year.
I have a great question that I don't know the answer to.
Okay.
Is Cashin 1, Class A1 or A2?
Wouldn't it be A1?
I think they're A1. If I were to guess, I would say A1. Yeah. Ronnie's working on that right now.
Are you, Ronnie? Yep. Okay.
Class A. Make sure my number's right. Class A 2-2. Davis 1.
Class
Ryan,
2A2.
2A2.
They are A1.
Thank you. 2A2 rankings.
Oh, yeah.
Davis 1. Vian 2.
I got Vian 1.
Alba 3. Kansas 4. Stroud 5.
I have Stroud on the outside looking in.
Ooh, Stroud number 5 in 2A2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, they're going to add a class to play Chandler now.
Oh, yeah.
I got Kansas and a deer in mine. In this
I got Kansas
Stroud
in mine.
5.
I got Vian at 1. Davis at 2. Alba 3.
Class 2A1. Washington. Millwood 2.
I got Jones 2.
Jones 3. Metro 4. Chandler Lions.
Come on.
At 5.
5 against 5.
5 against 5.
How'd they win that tiebreaker?
Point system.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. I truly think Jones is better than Millwood.
Yep.
I'm going through the stages of that, but
Of
right
acceptance?
now I'm going. But yeah, I think Jones can very well get there with a win this week for sure.
Yeah.
But Millwood right now at number.
I got
2.
Kingston 5.
Kingston
that stuff looks
5.
good.
That's right. You did it.
I got Kingston number 5. Yep.
Kingston, is that the Redskins?
Yep.
It is. Okay. All right. Class 3A rankings, top 5. Lincoln Christian, they were impressive.
They jumped.
They jumped huge. Victory Christian comes down. That was a huge victory. Lincoln Christian lost to twin receivers to Jinx, but did not matter. so far. Sulphur number 2, Heritage Hall 3, Pauls Valley 4, and Victory Christian number 5. Sulphur and Pauls Valley in there with the private schools.
I'm pulling for Sulphur and Pauls Valley.
Okay. Because Caden Knight for...
private school. It's public school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My top 5 looks nothing like that.
Who do you have?
That's not bad.
Who do you have one?
I have Heritage Hall 1, Lincoln Christian 2, Sulphur 3, Ida Bell 4, Pauls Valley 5.
Ida Bell, the Lady Warriors state champions in basketball.
Oh, I remember that game. Yeah, we did that game, didn't we?
Big girl down low.
Dominate.
Class 4A rankings. A little bit of a shuffle here. Tuttle goes on the road, beats a 5A program with 16 seconds, and falls a spot.
Yep.
Wagner 1, Elgin 2, Tuttle 3, Ada 4, Blanchard 5. I did flip-flop Elgin and Tuttle. I think Phil did the same.
I did.
Ronnie?
I got Elgin 1, Wagner 2, Tuttle 3, Blanchard 4, Ada 5.
Okay. So
Ada barely beating Durant kind of pushed him down for me out.
So with Tuttle, the negative rushing yard and depending on the
That's worrisome,
pass sticks out to me right now. On the other side, though, Elgin has a great offensive line, has a great running back, has a quarterback that really controls the game. I think that formula right now beats the passing game.
Yeah. I think Elgin wins that game if they were to play today.
Yeah, and Tuttle.
Yes.
But Tuttle has the pieces with Roundsville
no
and
doubt.
McAdoo.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the pieces.
I think Elgin would beat Tuttle by a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, if Tuttle can't run against Elgin, then they're have a shot.
Yeah. So we're close on 4 and 5, Ada and Blanchard, and Elgin number 1. I can't
argue that.
Can't argue that.
Yep.
Wagner's got a lot of great athletes on their field, a lot of D1 talent if they can put it all together. I think they do right now, and I think they got that little state championship bug from last year.
Got a little bit of a chip.
Of a motivating factor there. So, all right, Class 5A. Interesting here on what we came up with here. And Carl Albert and Collinsville, 1 and 2, they were off last week. They get into play this week here. Del City gets shut out, stays at number 3. They get shut out by Ed Memorial 35-0.
6A1.
To a 6A1 program. Guthrie was number 5. They lose, but move up a spot to number 4. Lott MacArthur goes from 4 down to 5.
I had Guthrie in 3. So we can get all the homer stuff out of the way.
Yeah, we can get the homer. I left Del City at number 3. That's exactly how my top 5 is. I left Del City at 3, thinking if Guthrie, Lott MacArthur, McGinnis, Midwest City plays at Memorial, it might be the same or similar outcome. So I'm going to give Del City the benefit of the doubt. I think they got Booker T. Washington this week. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt this week and see how that one plays out. I want to see Lott MacArthur be a balanced offense, and they were not that against Elgin. So, but Carl Albert Collinsville get on the field this week.
Yeah.
Thoughts on 5A?
That's my top 4. Except for I got Newcastle in at 5. I got Newcastle
You moved
set
Mac out?
I did move Mac out. I got Newcastle in at 5.
I can't argue with that.
Good victory over Bartlesville again. If you think about it, it was almost basically a 4A versus a 6A matchup, and they handled that game pretty well. So that was very impressive.
I don't think Bartlesville is any good.
No, I don't think they are either.
And I was telling
Give them credit though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was telling Chris, 5A's thin. You get past the top 6, 7 teams or so, it gets pretty thin.
Yeah, 4 right now.
It's pretty thin.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
You know.
If we were to extend 5A, let's see how I got here. I have Bishop Kelly at 6, McGinnis 7, McAllister 8, McAllister 1. I think they beat Broken Bow. Newcastle 9, Midwest City 10. I left Midwest City at 10.
The fact that Midwest City's 10 shows how weak it gets quick.
And I fought. I almost moved him out.
Yeah. It was bad.
Okay. Moving on. 6A2 rankings. Muskogee, slow start, but victorious. Number 1 team still. Stillwater, number 2. Choctaw, 3. Sand Springs, 4. Sapulpa, number 5. I know 5A schools are happy Sapulpa's up in 6A2.
I got Sapulpa 4 and Sand Springs 5, but that looks like flip those two, and that was my pick.
Sapulpa, man. Sapulpa, if they stay in 5A for the next 2 years, I think they have a great run. But
Yeah.
now they're up 6A2. They still can have a good run.
Yeah.
But man, they'd probably be number 3 for me this week.
I think you're probably
if they
right.
were
Yeah.
in
Oh,
5A.
yeah, easy top 3. Yeah, easy
Well, there's a discussion probably for 2 or 3.
Yeah,
with
there is.
Collinsville.
There is.
So those are our 6A2 rankings, and then we move over to 6A. So would it be okay if we kept Bixby at number 1 because
It's a quality loss.
it's a quality loss?
I mean, they've won every game up until then, last 16.
The heavy favorites to win state, right?
No doubt.
We didn't pick them.
No, we didn't.
Spartans.
Jinx
Whoa!
Trojans, new number 1 team in the state of Oklahoma.
When's the last time you saw Bixby that far down in the rankings?
Get used to it, Ronnie. Get used to it.
Owasso number 2, Union 3, Bixby 4, Norman North 5. That's exactly how I have it there. I went back and forth on the 2-3 spot. I think Union was very impressive in overtime against a high-quality team. But don't worry, Union. You'll be either number 1 or number 2 next week. So just take this week at number 3.
Hang on.
You'll be there next week. But Jinx Trojans, number 1.
Yeah, rightfully so. I mean, I think they're right now. I mean, Owasso, great win over Bixby. But what we don't know is this the Bixby we're used to?
Right. They
And
12 players of college.
Yeah,
college
and they
football
lost a
last year.
lot last year. So and they'll probably get better as the year goes. Those kids get game experience, but I think they're going to take some lumps in the regular season, which is something they haven't done.
Well, the one thing that Bixby has got working for them is they got a really damn good coaching staff up there. So
I think the best
if anything can turn, I don't know, there's no need to panic over Bixby. Okay,
No.
just relax, calm down. It's not a big deal. I mean, teams loses. I mean, you might not know that, but teams do lose every now and then.
Well, I mean, they have a reason to not understand that.
They might understand it,
They
but
might lose 3 games this
But then
year.
again, this is why you have the staff in hand, and again. They'll do their job. They'll do a good job moving forward. But yeah, that's my top 5 for sure. And again, I'm a very Union Owasso. I also went back on that, but I wanted to go ahead and put Owasso up there for beating a team who's just been so dominant lately.
Yeah.
Did you guys give any thought to moving Owasso to 1?
Nope.
Me neither.
Now, Jinx and Owasso, I think they have the best offensive lines in the state.
Yeah.
Elgin might be number 3. But Jinx and Owasso, that will be fun to watch this week. I think we have plans. I think we're officially going to that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a driver now.
Okay, we have a driver. But it will be so fun to watch. We'll talk about the game here in a minute, but the offensive line play is going to be outstanding in that Jinx and Owasso game.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Big boy ball.
It will be.
This Friday.
Dallas knows a little bit about the Tulsa
He follows
area
the Rams.
at Jinx, and he
Yeah, he
says
follows
what's
the area.
crazy is all the Owasso skill kids will be back next year.
Oh, that is scary. You know what?
Owasso's number 1 next
You
year.
know what?
I got
Picking
Owasso next.
Owasso to win state next year.
Yep, me too.
Getting out early.
Can we not wait till see what the transfer class
Oh
is?
crap! I forgot about that. But yeah.
Time out.
Completely forgot about the transfers.
And not
They
to,
might lose all their kids to
that's what I'm
transfer.
saying.
They might lose them all.
Not to rain on your parade, Dallas, but Owasso might lose some kids to the transfer.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I mean, Shaker.
I mean,
left.
sure, the NIL is good up there in Tulsa.
Did you hear the numbers that for Division I by SEC?
4,000?
Oh no, like an offensive lineman's like $700,000.
No, I was talking about total numbers when Portal last year was over 4,000.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm
I'm talking about NIL deals.
You're talking about just money.
Yeah, offensive line, defensive line are more money than linebackers.
That's where we win ball games up front.
Yep. So yep.
All I know is Arch Manning, second highest NIL deal in all of college sports.
Hey, you got to play.
Played his first snap last week.
Looked really good too.
Well, I mean,
No, he looked good. But he looked the part. Is what I'm saying. You didn't think so?
I mean, yeah, very in a blowout
Why do
game.
you always hate people that are highly ranked?
That's not true.
Is that true, Ron?
It's not true.
Not true. It's not true, Chris.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
All right. Take our final time out. We come back. It's the top 10 games of the week. We're making a prediction, as you are as well. Tony?
You ready?
Stay tuned. At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
I have brought you here today to beg you to call Red River Roofing. They have the best trained staff in the state. The Red River sales consultants are experts that make sure every single roof is 100% waterproof.
I appreciate all your hard work.
Please save your questions for the end. In closing, call Red River today for your free inspection.
I'm convinced.
Red River Roofing. Even the kid gets it.
It is the High School Huddle third and final segment here as we get set for week one football games. A super majority of the teams are playing this week. We'll be making our way to Jinx, Oklahoma to watch the Rams and the Trojans.
Hey, does anybody know if they accept coaches passes in the Tulsa schools, maybe preferably at Jinx? Somebody let me know if they do.
Well, I think they would.
Just in case I got to take the extra money.
How's a guy get down on, say, a Wasso sideline?
How do we get to Owasso sideline? I would love to do that.
I'd like to watch from the Wasso sideline. You know, maybe if we pick the right way.
You're gonna put yourself in a corner.
Oh no, I would definitely. That's where I would take one for a team for that sideline pass.
Oh hell yeah.
yeah.
Hey, real quick before we get to the picks, we started the show off on the Caleb Barnett, the kid for trying to go from Broken Arrow to Jinx. I think it might have been Dallas. It's not in It's not. Let's see here. Barnett has not been cleared to play for the Trojans because of alleged recruiting violation.
Oh,
a recruiting violation. So ask why the appeal wasn't scheduled to be heard in the eligibility appeal. Well, it's not an eligibility question. It's a rules violation. Amy Castle says it's not an eligibility request. It's a violation of a rule. So those go straight to the board. So request of the board has been made. So that will go to the board of directors, which they
They'll say no if it's a
board violation, which was pushed back from September 11th to September 18th.
So if they get an injunction and it allows him to play, and then it's ultimately ruled that he's ineligible, will they have to go back and forfeit all those games?
If Jinx is holding him out.
I mean, they're not.
Yeah.
No matter what,
They're not going.
So basically, what happened? Correct me if I'm wrong. So OSSA deemed that there was a recruiting violation.
Yeah.
So whoever is over the football part of OSSA, they deemed it a violation, and then since it's going straight to the board.
Well, Castle confirmed the rule in question to be Rule 9, which prohibits recruiting or influencing for athletic purposes. According to the OSSA, a school that encourages or permits school employees or representatives to recruit student athletes to enroll at or transfer to that school would be in violation of that rule and subject to sanction. So, part of this is Broken Arrow's been losing kids all over. Are they like, you know what? I'm not saying it's Broken Arrow schools, but players, I don't know. Just fed up with it.
No, then this again. If this is 100% true, and they deemed him that there was actually recruiting on, this is a great opportunity for OSSAA to put their foot down, to make a statement.
Yeah.
That because it has to stop.
Yeah,
he cannot continue. So if they find it to be true, they should definitely make a statement and stick with their guns. If that's what they found, there's clear evidence. Because they're going to take it to the court of law anyway. So you better have your.
It's already been filed.
Yeah. Dots, I's, and all that good stuff.
This is a rule, and if a court sees a rule was broken, but maybe the other side, Barnett's side, hey, we didn't break a rule.
Yeah.
We moved in. And how can you prove it? Is there an email? Is there a text message? We saw when transfer thing came out, coaches on Facebook were saying, hey, we run the spread offense and the 4-2 defense. Come play with us.
Just saying.
Yeah, and again, at that point, it doesn't matter if you move in, because if you're recruited to move there, that's the violation. So it doesn't even matter if you move in at that point.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll see how that one plays out. That'll be interesting there on that one. And I don't think the OSA would try to make an example of anybody because he's dealing with the kids senior year.
If there was a rule violation, one thing I will say with this staff at the OSSAA, they will do everything. They'll get it right. I do believe that.
Well, and the board is superintendents and one athletic director.
Right. They'll get it right.
Yeah.
They'll get it right.
And again, if they get it wrong, I'm not saying they will, you're opening up a can of worms that you're going to have to deal with for years to come.
Well, just like any organization, if you think you have something, if your rule's broken, then you
got to follow it.
You got to.
If you're going to say no, then you got to have something.
Back it up.
Back it up.
Yeah,
sure
do.
No question. They're not going to start maybe or thinking they have something. They probably do have something. So
we need to hurry up and get to this 10-0.
Oh, so you're going 10-0. Yep. So talk us about last week, Phil. We all didn't have the great week. 7-3, Ronnie and I go. The Bartlesville pick was against Newcastle was absolutely horrendous.
Terrible pick.
Just absolutely horrendous.
Midwest City pick was a terrible pick.
Midwest City pick was I talked all show long that I'm not high on Midwest City or Booker T. Washington.
And then you did it.
And I picked Midwest City to beat Piedmont. And then Bixby Owasso, that's going to happen. But so
I think 7-3 is very respectable for the first week.
Of course you do.
Scrimmages.
Of course you do.
6-4 is just flat out embarrassing.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, the way I look at it is if I get my minimum worst is 7-3.
7-3.
That's my
I agree with that.
Chris, C's get degrees. All right.
That's true.
So 6-4 is a D.
Yeah, no degree.
I think 5-5 would be a D. 6-4 would be a C. 7-3 would be a B. 8-2 would be a B plus. 9-1 would be an A minus, and 10-0 would be an A plus.
You sound like all these classifications. You got all these new A2, A1. Yeah. Now you got your own curve.
Feeling a little attacked right now.
All right, this is your chance to get back.
10-0.
All right,
got it right here.
Oh, you got it right down there. All right, here we go. The first game right out of the books.
Ronnie's got the box.
I got the box.
Yep.
Okay, and Chris. Go this way.
I always have.
I've always
gone this way.
I
always remember you going after me.
No.
How about this one?
Go ahead.
Season debut, Lions and Tigers. Oh my.
5 versus 5.
5 versus 5. Chandler has had the upper end of this rival here recently. And Stroud though. On strong. The fighting Eric Carlos against the fighting Tony Wilsons.
Yep.
Ooh. I gotta go first.
You gotta go first.
Man, breaking hearts already. Give me Stroud.
Wow, right off the bat.
Not even going to explain it. Just out
Because you can't.
Just out of spite.
Out of spite.
Just because I'm ornery.
I don't remember anybody from Stroud ever bringing us pizza. I'll tell you what. I think this game could have been higher than 10.
We have great games.
There's great games, but it could have been higher than 10.
Could have been higher.
Yeah. Love me some Eric Harlow, Stroud. I have an aunt and uncle that live in Stroud.
Oh, tornado went through there.
I had two cousins.
Had a great outlet mall out there.
My time, Chris. I had two cousins, played football with Eric Harlow at Stroud.
The Bookouts.
Well, no, different cousins. My cousin's 5'6". A lot of ties to Stroud. Give me the fighting Tony Wilson.
Tony Wilson.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah. 10-0. Got to be 1-0 before we be 10-0.
That's right.
T-Fred's going Chandler. Grant Oliver's going Chandler. Dallas is going Chandler. I know what side my pizza's seasoned.
That's right.
Tony Wilson.
Come on,
Give me
baby.
the Chandler Lions. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't let me down. I'm waiting on a snow cone. on the
Can we
Lions
get a pizza and a snow cone?
If Chandler wins, yes.
Those are full of protein.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm about to buy my own.
Oh, no, you're screwed.
Chandler Lions.
Yeah.
Be a fun game.
Yeah,
Rival
Should
games
be a
are
good
always
game.
fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Great game.
Speaking of rivals, Norman North versus Norman. Both teams making their season debut. Norman North is a team that we discussed with Edmond Santa Fe. I don't know.
Let's stop that.
Yeah, maybe Norman North's a team. We're just not.
We're looking.
We're not looking for you to win a state championship.
No, just show up.
Just get there.
Just get there.
Get there.
Just get
That's
there.
all we
Yeah.
need.
Norman North might be the chance for
That's-
the West
I think
Side.
it's the only chance.
Maybe Mustang.
Well, maybe Memorial surprises some people.
5-day
Sure.
schedule.
6 and
If
4.
they had a 5-day schedule,
6
it
and
would
4.
be right there. All right. Timberwolves and Tigers. I think this game is normally played at the University of Oklahoma, so I would certainly think that does not change. And who's going first?
That'd be me, Chris.
That would be Phil.
Right after Ronnie.
Every time.
Every time. Has always been that way, Ronnie.
Years.
We've messed it up.
I've got, I have Norman North, my fifth ranked team in 6A1. I like their school colors better than Norman's. I like their unis better than Norman's. I have a little cousin that played volleyball at Norman High.
This has anything to do with the football game?
No, I'm just trying.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ronnie and I went to Norman North High School.
It's my time.
Watch a little baseball. Oh,
You're okay. It's already in there. You're good.
Norman North. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
we went to watch a little baseball over at Norman North, and I think Norman North wins this one big.
1-0. Now I'm 2-0.
I don't know if it's going to be big because I thought it was going to be big last year, and Norman played them pretty well. So I'm going to say Norman North
game,
by 16.
16.
That's not big?
No.
What's big?
First game out of the books. We don't know. T-Fred has Norman North. Grant has
That's
Norman
next show.
North. Dallas has Norman North by a lot. North for Leslie and Tony. T-Fred, it's played at Norman since it's a Friday game. There you go. Oh, so it's at Norman High School. You changing your mind?
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
So only win by 15 now? Home field advantage?
Oh, 13.
13.
13.
13.
All right, so everybody is on
First game of
board
the year.
with Norman North.
Except for Chris. Oh, no. Chris, you're up.
I go first. For game number 8, the Jones Longhorns. Kiefer Trojans. Jones impressive. I wanted Jones. I had him at number 3. I have Millwood number 2.
Grant Oliver has Jones number 1 in the state. All classes. All classes.
I know it does.
Hey, Grant, I can get on board with Jones. Now, anything could happen in a state championship game.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's crazy, but I don't know how you pick against Washington, who's going to have an 85-game winning streak, but whatever it is.
Well, you picked against Carl Albert in 5A.
Well, Collinsville.
You'd do the same thing to pick against Washington. Same difference.
If he thinks they're going to win, he will.
Yeah.
Six to his guns.
Who's Jones playing?
Jones this week, they're playing Kiefer.
Oh, Kiefer.
And it's one of the few Longhorns that I will cheer for. Give me Jones. Inola, you're up there as well. I'll root for Inola Longhorns as well.
Oh.
Give me Jones.
Well, that's some geography. Go ahead.
Yes. Jones. Give me Jones.
I have Jones number 2. Number 2, right behind Washington. Washington barely beat him last year in the playoffs. Grant Oliver's a smart guy. Very, very knowledgeable.
Brilliant mind.
State champion baseball coach.
Well, he did pick Winniewood last year.
Well, he was joking.
Oh, okay.
No, he's serious.
Grant's stop Tico.
Oh, sorry.
Grant Oliver is a savant, some would say, and I'm some. Give me Jones.
Grant has Jones. T-Fred has Jones. T-Dub has Jones. Dallas has Jones. Leslie has Jones. Grant says, my father works at Jones last year. I picked against them, and I wasn't allowed to have a Thanksgiving.
Remember?
Yeah, remember. Comma,
remember.
Yeah. Not an English teacher.
I hope not.
Hey, it happens on social media.
Don't make excuses.
No,
Taco Tico.
Oh, Taco Tico week. Good job.
No,
Good job. I knew what he meant.
That red pen thing. It happens. Fat fingers happen. I get it. It's no big deal.
Grant them Dairy Queen and Duncan?
No, we've already discussed that.
Just get it verified.
Confirmed?
Get it confirmed. Get it confirmed.
Where's the nearest Dairy Queen from Duncan?
So far, we're all on the same path or page except for Ronnie.
3-0.
With Stroud.
I got Stroud.
All right. Donald Mays also has Jones. And to confirm, there is no
Dairy Queen?
Dairy Queen there. Okay. Game number... Nope. Game number 8. Nope.
7.
You had it right the first time, Chris. McGinnis and Kelly.
Oh, right there it is. My bad. Bishop McGinnis looking for the first victory after dropping last week's game to 6A1 Deer Creek at Bishop Kelly. By the way, Bishop Kelly leads in
Battle of Bishops?
facilities.
Oh, facilities.
Bishop Kelly, much better facilities than Bishop McGinnis. Sorry, T-Fred. I'm just reporting what I saw.
Press boxes, I would imagine.
Well,
better.
Bishop Kelly has one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
that
at
helps.
Bishop Kelly this summer.
Only place we ever get put in the stands, McGinnis.
Ridiculous.
Every time. Chris, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I went first last with Jones.
No, you said you went to Bishop Kelly?
Yeah.
They lead in facilities.
Better
okay.
facilities than Bishop McGinnis.
I think.
It's my turn.
Oh, go ahead. Say it. Say it.
Well, Bishop Kelly.
Yeah.
So, and again, McGinnis struggled last week. And again, I know they had a lot on their mind. But again, Kelly hasn't played this year. And I would imagine they've just dissected that film over what happened last week. And they're going to exploit those weaknesses that McGinnis did show last week. So give me Kelly.
Cochran played pretty well.
Yeah. Tough kid.
For the Irish. So
It's your turn.
Phil?
Oh, give me Kelly.
Bishop Kelly.
Yep.
Make a statement, Chris.
See, that makes me 4-0.
T-Fred's going to go with Bishop McGinnis.
Oh.
Really?
He's going with the Irish. He's
Good
going
pick.
with the Irish.
It's a good pick.
Dallas has McGinnis.
Ooh.
Dallas has McGinnis. BK, have it your way, says Tony Wilson. Leslie has Kelly. Grant said, I heard Bishop McGinnis had some kids suspended last week. Wondering if that's true or not could sway my pick. T-Fred?
Is that true?
Boy, T-Fred
We need this.
T-Fred ain't going to say that. He's more astute than that.
Because you already got your pick in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Texas.
Donald Mays has Bishop Kelly. T-Fred says, I have no idea. That's always true.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Great
T-Fred.
answer. Great answer.
Read between the lines. Grant Oliver, you got it right again, buddy.
I have no idea. Okay.
I have no idea. Comments, Bishop Kelly.
Yeah.
I got him ranked a spot or two ahead of
I think
Bishop
we got
McGinnis.
Kelly 6 and
I think that's right.
McGinnis 7, I believe.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It's a rivalry game.
It is.
It should be a good game, yeah.
All right. Game number 6, Tuttle Tigers, Newcastle Racers. It doesn't matter what 4A, 5A, that's out. Throw that out the bag. It's Tri-City time between the 1-0 Racers and the 1-0 Tigers. This game is at Newcastle.
Made a change.
And Phil made a change on the pad.
And he's the first one to go.
He goes 9-1. It's so awesome.
You going to do that?
You went with your brain
first.
here.
You're first.
It's my heart. Am I first?
Yo, you're first. T-Fred has Tuttle. Dallas has Newcastle.
Yeah. Give me Newcastle.
Wow. Goes with Newcastle, does Phil Nichols. My turn.
Yeah, you're right after me.
Okay. I'm going with the Tuttle Tigers. I like the quarterback, wide receiver. I do think the running game gets going with Roundsville and a little bit of McAdoo.
I think they're going to move McAdoo back there some more.
I think he's going to get a few more touches.
Yeah.
I think Tuttle's going to try to establish that run game, something they could not get done last week against a good Guthrie defense. I'm going Tuttle Tigers.
Ooh. Yeah, you remember this game last year? Newcastle should have won that game.
Yep.
They had it. They had it, and they let it slide.
Yep.
I don't remember what I picked. Phil, let me check right here.
Hold on. While you look up, Craig Cunningham, this has the potential to be the game of the year as far as the regular season goes.
Game of the year?
That's what he says.
Ooh.
Who said that?
Craig.
Oh, I'm not. Okay. That's valid then.
He says, give him Newcastle.
Oh,
Newcastle?
He is so smart. He's so smart.
Man.
Probably is the game of the year. Probably is.
I got the Tuttle Tigers, all because Brady McAdoo. That dude was absolutely all over the field all week.
If they're playing baseball, you're taking Tuttle, right? The Break Drapers?
Oh, yeah.
If you're wrestling, Tuttle.
Tuttle, yes.
Yeah. Give me Tuttle.
Girls basketball.
Tuttle. Boys basketball?
That's going to be a good game.
Do they play that?
I don't know if they have. I don't know if they play that there. Okay, that is game number.
It's 5. Now we're going to 4 now, right? No, 5.
Now we're going to game number 5.
Okay.
Ooh, Lincoln Christian
Lincoln
Heritage
Christian
Hall.
Heritage Hall.
Ronnie's going to the Hall. Chris is going Lincoln Christian.
Chris is going first, so we'll know real quick.
He's going Lincoln Christian.
He loves Lincoln Christian.
Oh, he loves it.
The uniforms.
Oh, they do have great uniforms.
Doug Nelson,
number 1.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Put it down.
The only bad thing that's happened to Lincoln Christian is that they had a couple of kids transfer out. Of course, they bring in some other.
I was going to say, they're fine.
So, yeah, they're fine. Yeah, I'm going Lincoln Christian. T-Fred has Lincoln Christian. Grant Oliver has Lincoln Christian. What does Ronnie have?
Oh, wait a second. More importantly, what does Dallas have?
Dallas has Lincoln Christian.
Okay. Wait a second.
Leslie has Heritage. Heritage Hall. Andy Bass did not dress out. I saw him on the OU sideline. Did not dress
Still
out.
Hill on his knee?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
He wouldn't be playing in red shirt anyway. So, Ronnie?
Man, this is a tough one.
It is a tough one.
This is a real good game.
This is a real good game. Number 4 or 5.
Give me Lincoln Christian.
Lincoln Christian.
Put another one up there for Lincoln Christian.
Okay, I'll put it up. And they also got a great logo.
6-0.
So who'd you end up with? Newcastle?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Dallas.
All right. That's a great logo, by the way.
Wait, did Dallas change his to Tuttle?
No, I don't think he did.
Are you sure?
No.
He's not sure.
All right. Game number 4. Tony Wilson also has Lincoln Christian. Game number 4. 6A1 versus 6A2. Tulsa Union is going to play a team from the state of Oklahoma. They are called the Stillwater Pioneers. Stillwater opened up the year against the Redskins.
We can go this game and be a lot quicker.
Red Hawks. Red Hawks, not
It's okay.
Redskins.
It's all right.
Yeah. It's Union.
He gets forgiven. I don't. What he said was as bad as what I said.
Well, we got cards.
Dallas said he had Tuttle from the beginning.
Well, you said he had Newcastle.
I'm just telling you why he just put there.
Hey. Dallas,
it's already on there.
Dallas big.
What the hell?
Dallas big.
Dallas is an idiot.
Dallas big.
Oh, no, Dallas is smart.
Dallas big.
Tulsa Union at Stillwater. I went first, so that makes Ronnie go first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Ronnie?
Who are you picking?
Oh,
Union
boy.
Stillwater.
Oh, best quarterback in the state. Give me Union.
Give me Union.
Yeah, I'm going Shaker in this one.
It's an easy one.
Easy?
6.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
7-0.
Oh, Stillwater. Leslie's going Stillwater.
Leslie, you're better than that.
Leslie, come on.
Leslie,
Durfla, get off the keyboard.
you're better than that.
Game number 3, running low on time. Sulphur at Washington. Grant's picking Sulphur to win this one.
8-0.
Phil, you go first.
Oh, Washington.
Ronnie?
Washington.
Grant?
Oh, I want to see what he says.
Yeah, Grant knows.
He does.
He knows,
He's
right?
just trying to be funny, just like Dallas. He knows that Newcastle's going to win.
Dallas has Washington. We'll wait for. Oh, why is this taking? Go on, go.
Did you hit the button?
I did hit the. Oh, yeah, I hit the button. We got to see it on the screen because what's on the screen is official. Leslie has Washington. T. Fred has Washington. Grant has Washington. Dallas has Washington. There's the Warriors. 1-0. All right. Game number 2.
9-0.
Phil, Deer Creek at Edmond Memorial.
Right.
Both teams beat up on little 5A teams last week.
They did.
Now they get to go a little even par on the ADM.
Who had the better win against the 5A team?
I think I would go Edmond Memorial had the better victory.
Me too. Who has the better quarterback That's an interesting conversation.
Macomb versus Grady Adamson.
Both great quarterbacks.
Kansas, Boston College.
Yeah.
I would go with Macomb.
Yeah, I would too. But it's close.
It's a good conversation. It's a good conversation.
Yeah. Who's going first?
Chris.
Oh, I'm going first. Let's see here. Dallas has Memorial.
Yep.
Grant Oliver has Deer Creek.
Well,
T-Fred has Deer Creek. I bet.
He'll be Deer Creek to win every game now.
T-Fred's having nightmares on Deer Creek. So T-Fred, Grant, Deer Creek, Dallas, Ed Memorial, Leslie Memorial, Tony Wilson, Deer Creek, Flight 23 White goes with Edmond Memorial. I will stay with the return tour of head coach Justin Meredith, the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
By the way, if we weren't going to Jinx Owasso, this would be
the one I'd want to go to.
We would go to.
Yeah, absolutely.
My turn.
Well, yeah.
Give me the Bulldogs.
Oh,
I mean, I've already wrote it down. It's right there.
Phil?
No, Bulldogs. Give me that Kansas commit. Macomb.
Be a fun game to watch.
Yep.
It would be great quarterback game to watch. Yeah.
Okay, I can have some
The better
fun
defense
here.
wins, whoever that is. We know the offense can score points. Better defense is what will be the question of this ball game.
I might need to change my pick to Deer Creek then.
I can make a move right here. This is big.
So what are you, Phil? 9-0 so far?
Yeah.
You've never been 9-0 yet. Oh, you went 9-1 one time.
I've been 10-0 before.
No, you have not.
In the history of the show, I have.
History of the show.
This is my chance to make a move, though, this last game.
Game of the week, the Owasso Rams. Can they do it 2 weeks in a row? They took down number one Bixby. Now they take on the number one ranked Jinx Trojans. Jinx impressive. Easy victory over the West team from Edmond Santa Fe. It was not even close at the beginning. Jinx has all the transfers. They have the quarterback. They have the running back. They have an offensive coordinator in Jay Wilkinson. They have Coach Riggs. Owasso.
Who's going first?
New coach, Coach Graham.
Me.
They have a great offensive, defensive line. It is the battle of the offensive lines. The best two offensive lines in the state of Oklahoma square off on Friday night. Owasso has a great defensive line as well. Jinx has great wide receivers. This will be a fun ball game.
Yeah, great game.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Real good.
Real good.
Real good.
I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a really close game. Maybe down to special teams. Bill?
Could have something to do with that big 4-star defensive lineman for Owasso, too.
Offensive lineman, too. Yeah, I mean,
You can't cover those receivers.
Stacked.
Can't throw to those receivers if you're laying on the ground.
That's where that offensive line comes in.
We'll see.
Unfortunately,
T-Fred has Jinx. Leslie has Jinx. Flight 23 White. Jinx all the way. They form the Avengers over there. Dallas, all I'm going to say is, according to the Jinx running back coach, the only competition they have is themselves.
Ooh, bulletin board material, huh?
Ooh.
Hurry up, Ronnie.
So just drawing this out. You got Tellett on the offensive side for Jinx, right?
Right.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. But I got Jinx and a squeaker. Jinx and a squeaker.
Squeaker.
I like
So
that's a good word.
3 or
Squeakers.
less?
Grant,
2 or less.
2 or less.
Grant has Jinx.
Okay. We picked one game different, right?
You're not that guy, Phil.
Just like last time.
Right.
Last week.
I can make a statement here.
Yeah, you could.
Get a sideline passes, too, maybe?
Oh, maybe two, because you also picked Newcastle, right? Is that the one that we...
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, we disagree on 2 games.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we both have Chandler,
Oh, Stroud.
and Ronnie and I have Tuttle.
Oh, Grant went 6-4 last week, too. So
Oh, okay.
you're good.
Smart guy. It's fine.
You're not that guy, Phil.
Jinx Owasso. You know what?
Phil, you will Owasso to a state championship
By myself.
in 2017.
By myself.
Coach Blankenship had a small part in it, but
Well, I mean, it wouldn't have started. Ball wouldn't have started rolling if I hadn't done it.
yeah,
Right?
you got it going.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Give me the Rams.
Whoa,
Give me the Rams.
Owasso.
Give me the Rams.
Owasso Rams,
Give me the Rams.
2 weeks in a row.
10-0.
The sophomore quarterback. The sophomore quarterback.
I'm putting all my. You know what it is? Sophomore quarterback had a big game against Bixby on a big stage. I forgot all about that 4-star defensive lineman. If he gets push up front, corners play. I feel good about it. Owasso Rams.
You know,
How
Jinx,
much?
Jinx has a good quarterback.
Oh, sure. No, he's very good.
Really good running back, too.
Best in the state.
Owasso's got some young kids that we're learning right now.
Don't know any better.
The pups bite when they...
Not scared.
Dogs bite when
they're not. I tell you right now, those young kids ain't scared. If they were scared, they wouldn't have beat...
They got all the confidence.
They wouldn't have beat Bixby by 19 if they were scared.
They got a lot of confidence
right now. Got a lot of confidence right now.
Jinx is better than Bixby this year.
Got a great coaching staff in Owasso.
Yep.
I feel good about this. On the road, which that's no big deal. By how many?
Yeah.
Is that what you asked?
13, 14.
Can I pick it by half a point? Is that possible?
No.
I'd say by touchdown.
All right. I'm going
6 or 7 points.
I'm officially going with the Jinx Trojans in this one. I hope it's a great game. I hope our driver has a better game than these two teams. So, Grant Oliver says Duncan goes 2-0 top 10 game next week versus the Bluebirds? ? Got to see the new slate of games.
Who's Duncan play this week?
Stand by.
Ronnie can look that up. We're way behind on our next show.
We are.
We're going to switch out wardrobes real quick and do the open mic podcast. So stay tuned to that. We're going to hang up. Cash. Oh.
2-0. Okay.
Yeah.
Way to set that schedule up.
All right, that will do it for the show. Again, big thank you to all of our great sponsors out there, including our title sponsor, Red River Roofing. Thank you to all of our great counterparts out there with all the great comments. It was a fun show. It's always better when the more comments, the better, and we appreciate you doing that. So we're out of here. Best of luck to your team this week. A lot of great games. We'll see how we all do in our picks when we come back here next Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. Talk to you then. This has been the High School Huddle.